So it's gone live.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta scarf this pizza. I was trying not to. I was like, man, I hope Taylor doesn't think I'm being a dick when I'm texting him because I'm being very curt. But I was trying to scarf pizza.
Yeah, no, you're totally fine. No, I know it was close to 6.
Hmm.
That was actually. I suspected something like this would happen, and that's why I haven't walked the dogs yet. Was because I figured I would need to stick around till about now.
There. Thank you.
Um, Stream can hear us, by the way.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, you did the thing that I did.
I don't know how to turn it off.
Do you not have the audio mixer on your dashboard?
No, I do. dun 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 dun. Oh, you can all hear me. Hello, welcome to Das Stream. I gotta make sure I can hear. All right. Hey, cool. So, welcome to creating the concept, art, and design for Vault Peddlers. This is new for me. I've done a couple of these. Excuse the chip bag, but I need to get chip energy in me. Okay, I'm done. No more of that. So, I am working on some projects. You're all gonna come along for the ride. I'm Corey. I am the art and design guy for Terramundi Game Studios. Specifically, I am the art and design guy for Vault Peddlers, which is our flagship project we've been working on for, well, over a year now. I'm just going to be working on some projects, and you're all going to join me. I wonder if I should do a front view first. I think I'm going to. Yeah. So, I'm just setting up my reference right now because I need a reference. Because you should always draw with some kind of reference. Well, not always. I'm sure there's plenty of arguments for drawing from just your imagination. But for the time being, I am going to draw with a reference. And I was trying to decide the right one because I'm looking for an anatomical pose because we are going to be doing some concepting which will eventually become model sheets, which will be very helpful for me and probably cool for other people to see. So, I'm going to be designing. I guess I should start like what? Oh. I was in the way of myself. I had many of my lunatic papers in the way. So, let me move that. Correct those problems. I'm going to be drawing. Oh, well, I'm going to be concepting. Let me start by saying that I've been working on physical art or like visual art for better part of a year now. This is new to me, but I've been working hard at it. So that being said, yeah, so I'm going to be working on the Arache, which I guess I should start by talking about Vault Peddlers. Vault Peddlers is like this, well, we kind of have this like new aesthetic, which is electric baroque, which is what I've been calling it. But it's kind of like Mad Max meets the Renaissance. So I'm excited about that direction. But it's like originally like it's kind of science fantasy world. It is post collapse, so things have fallen down and then being rebuilt. But that's neither here nor there. So get some good shapes going. Yeah, we've been I don't know, we've been pretty hard at work for a little while now. And it is exciting to be able to start to put a design to things. And terrifying because now we're like, you know, stating that things are things, which is, you know, intimidating, and that is just a part of it. Now we're just going to be going all sorts of wrong here. Let's get some shapes in before we start So the Urushay, though, are kind of like bug people. They originally started as roaches, and then I've been like kind of sketching around today, and they've gotten significantly more spidery in that time, much to the chagrin of the people who do things with me, I am sure. But that is neither here nor there. We are where we are. We are who we are, you know? So, that being said, I want them to be spidery. I want, well, not spidery. They were originally like roaches. But I watched Alien the other day because it is Halloween. Well, it's, you know. And I kind of like, I saw the design for the face huggers and I was like, oh shit, no fucking wonder. I should have known because it is my favorite movie that this design would be something I would like to approach. So let's just get some basic shapes down. Probably going too segmented right here, but let's get the ideas down, right? Looking at that. So we want the big bulbous, so I'm thinking like in the back, kind of having that like spider part hanging down. We're gonna do a couple designs here, see what we can get away with. I really like the idea of them because in our design, like our initial work of these guys, they were kind of like, they've kind of always been around, sort of like roaches and things like that. They've found their way to the post collapse and just sort of effortlessly merged into the society that was. And so I want to have something that is non-threatening, right? Like, because I feel like spiders and a lot of roaches and bugs like that, like kind of violent, right? So I want to move away from that idea, and there are a few spiders who are worried about them getting too big, who are filter feeders. Now they're water filter feeders, but I would like to take that concept, because we already have kind of a water species. I would like to take that concept and play with it elsewhere. So I could do like an air filtration. And at first I was like, well, that's ridiculous. I don't think there's any animals that do like air filtration. And then I was like, well, we're in a world where people can be born with mechanical arms, so let's not worry too much about that, and let's just have fun with it. And that is what I am going to do. So they're gonna have like fucking gas masks and shit, and that is just the way it is. I like the idea of these like big hands. Kind of. Kind of like big meaty appendages. Maybe. I like the idea of these fucking Everlong hands, though. That ain't gonna work. But that is, you know, destructive processes are what they are. It's funny, I've been working a lot in like 3D, and the destructive processes are not really a thing in, well, they are a thing, but you try to work non-destructively with like 3D because you don't want to rebuild things. This is the G pen, not the pen I was using, which was an opacity pen. Well, we're just playing around. Let's see what works. So yeah, non-destructive processes are a lot of fun. This is a different situation altogether, and we will see what works and if it does or not. I like the idea of like, oh, you know what? Like looking at these spider references, and they all come from underneath, which kind of plays against what I was going to do, which is for some reason I had it, because I wasn't looking at reference, I had it in my head that spider legs. So I like the idea of like these kinds of legs. But I kind of want to do something like more centaur-y. Kind of like, I guess sort of like a Drider, but not really. Because I want to do, let's see here. I don't think this is gonna be it, my dudes. Too fleshy. And this doesn't look like, but it's alright. That's why we're playing, right? Let's just go ahead. Let us turn the opacity. We're gonna go back to that round opacity brush. Yeah. Anyways, so we are going to kind of go. I like the idea of this air filtration system. So like things in the air come down, and it's this post collapse, everything's sort of alien technology. Everything is sort of is where it is. So let's get these. There's things we're doing down below. I want to play with those, but maybe we can. I don't know how these are going to bend exactly. Maybe they bend inward, so they like. Yeah. Give it a kind of. Maybe that's too demony. Let's go back. You're gonna just play them down for a minute, or we want to see them splayed out, and then we'll see how they bend. So we got 1, 2, probably 3. I think too long, they might get disconcerting. So like thinking of these sort of playing like a spider's legs outward. 1, 2. That way they could like, I don't know, maybe it's they're vestigial. So they act as like, I don't know, mating, like a bird with like bright colored plumage. We'll see. That is. We will see. A bit of a Pippi Longstockings feeling, but let's see here. I like the idea of this going on. And I'm actually, so I'm looking at a Porsche, which is like a spider hunting spider. Maybe we can. And they have these like very round eyes, which also like kind of continues with this gas mask aesthetic. So maybe we will kind of keep that up. Go the other way with those, right? Yeah. And for a program here, I am using Clip Studio Paint, which has gotten, well, a bit of bad press lately, which I am not going to weigh in on because y'all don't want to hear about that. I wonder if they should have multiple eyes, right? Like, so I'm also like, I like the idea of this being like sort of hairy. Porsche's eyes are very shiny. Maybe they have another set up here. Sorry, I live with people. Maybe this is what it is. Like an antenna kind of situation. I do like the idea of antenna. The original design had antenna, which I think's very fun. So maybe we keep that idea going? I don't know. Are the ones on the side too much? Maybe I should be looking at ants. Ants probably have. I wonder if, let's try cutting these bad boys out. Let's try this. Cut that to a new layer. And we're going to try maybe these bad boys. They have these like hairy little legs. I don't even know if legs is the right term for it, but they're kind of like hairy little guys. Needs to be bigger than that. Okay, let's try this. Kind of like a hairy a hairy Bebo. Kind of like that. Maybe I do get rid of the ones on the side. Huh. I like those a lot, but they are going to be hard to splay out. And this might be more. Yeah, I kind of dig that, right? Yeah, do something like this. And that is annoying. I apologize. Yeah. Do something like that. Then we can merge these layers. We probably don't even need to merge those layers, but let's try cutting these out. Seeing how that looks. Do shift. We're gonna cut those bad boys. Huh. Oh, Control Z. I was on the wrong layer, my dudes. Then we are going to. So, that is the most important thing that you are all going to offer me, which is telling me when I am on the wrong layer, which will happen quite a bit. I guarantee it. I kind of like this sort of hairy dude. Merge selected layers. I wonder if there is a way to have both. Yeah, we'll play around with it. We'll find something we like. The important thing here is to not get precious with anything. So just because I like the look of something doesn't mean I don't have to include something else later. We're going to have these kinds of, yeah, there we go. Boom, boom. Alright, I don't hate him. I wonder if he should have multiple eyes. Let's take a peek. See what this looks like with that. Does look kind of cool, huh? Maybe I'm worried it will get too alien, but let's take a peek. Do those kinds of, I don't know. If that's the case, I think we can move the mouth up. So I'm worried about making the eyes too small because predators have small eyes. And again, I want to sell these guys as like not explicitly predators. Oh shit. Oh shit. Although that does a lot for me right there. Yeah, okay, let's see here. Let's keep building this guy. So, we've got way more like a, it's kind of got like a ghillie suit vibe, which I'm digging quite a bit. Yes, we're going to apply that transformation. So I think if they're small up top, they have to be. I think so. I think like how long do we want these necks to be? Right? Oh, you know what? Let's do this on a different layer. Yeah. Okay, let's take that. Boom. Working digitally is super cool because you can just fucking world's your oyster on shit like this. Okay, so I think the chest cavity itself we can make pretty small. Actually, let's bring it down. I want to leave because I want these guys to be like long and slender. My original idea was that these would be like, I keep saying our approximation of elves, mostly because I dislike elves, which I'm sure I will get plenty of hate for, but I stand by it, and I'm going to live by my truth, which is that elves were a mistake, and monsters are better. Dig monsters. I do not like elves. I just like the monstrous races, monstrous classes in games. I'm always gonna play like a big, crazy looking motherfucker over something like an elf, which is just human but better, right? I wonder if they should be up or down. Down does a lot for me. Should probably make his head smaller too. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what this is like. See what this is like then. That's right. I think that yeah, let's
I'm coming down.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You're correct.
I've got melatonin.
Yeah, but you got backup. What's wrong with backup, you know?
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a knife fight. Right?
Yeah.
Would you want backup?
Yeah.
Goddamn right, dude. Alright, I love it.
Love you too.
Alright, buddy.
Okay. Don't want these guys to be bipedal, so how does oh, I'm in the wrong layer, my friends. I am in the wrong layer. And just like that, it struck me.
Oh, and Corey, just so you know, tomorrow
Yep.
is my 11th month.
Okay.
Not drinking.
Cool.
Yep. 30 more days, and it'll be my year.
Alright. Just like that, I have decided how to do this. See, his belly button would be down there. This would swing up, which means that this, yeah. And I know that the legs come from underneath. Well, let's try that actually, because that's actually striking me quite well. I don't know if I want them to like sit like that. Maybe I want like, maybe they can go down like that. I mean, so that would be, this would be, the back there would be the crotch, so if we wanted to go on the side, go non-accurate for spot, that just looks like shit. I think they have to come from the bottom, but alright, let's try this. We're not beholden to any of these designs. Remember, folks, we are tucking and weaving. Oh, Control Z. Alright, so, if this is coming from this, like, bottom part right here, now, it may be the case that we make these two, one, two. Ooh, you know what? They have like a, you know what they do? They kind of, let's try this. Cancel. They sort of have a small segment, and then a large segment, and then a small segment, and then a large segment, and then a small segment. We're just going to redraw it then. So let's do, we're going to go back to the head layer, because now I'm just, they come from the bottom, and it makes sense because they want to like move up and down, right? That's what we want. We want that like range of motion so they can like pop up like a trampoline, alert, or go down like they're hunting, or in this case probably hiding, because we want these guys to not seem like predators. Which I think, like, I don't know. I like it's the like initial idea. It's like, oh, there's probably like some prejudice against them because they're like spiders, but it's been 500 years, and I think that like at this point, everyone's used to the Aroche. Do another small segment. Kind of out like that. Now I'm feeling it. Now I'm feeling it. Yeah, he's kind of like. Then we can do. These will be the back legs, which presumably should come out wider. Actually, I don't think that works. Gotta get that full shortening down. That being said, let's get these arrows out of here. Get the hell out of here, arrows. We don't need you anymore. Okay, so if that is sort of what a leg looks like, we can highlight that. Let's play around with that, right? Kind of like that. Maybe that's what it is. Right? How big should these legs be? Like that. We're gonna move. We're gonna play quickly instead of playing correctly today, because we are just trying to get this concept done. Okay, so let's see. We only have that layer, that layer, I'm going to join you to the head layer. So I can move these two bad boys together. I don't think they have more than 4 legs underneath. But maybe they're like, and if that's the case, you know, spiders have what? They have 8 legs. And he's going to have 2 arms. He's going to have those. I actually don't know if Porsche are the same way. We're going to. But because of that, I think that these legs can be further back. Maybe it's the other way. No. There we go. There we go, governor. Okay. Got it. Control Z. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I kind of like this centaur looking motherfucker. We're gonna copy that. You will see that I am. Well, it's not cheating. I can do whatever I like. I'm an adult. But it's probably bad practice. It's actually probably very good practice for concepting, but bad practice if I've been trying to get better at art, which I am actively. So let's see that. Yeah. Okay. Now we can. There we go. There we go. Those are too big, aren't they? They need to be further back. They do. So I hate them. I hate them. Yeah, we're gonna straight up get rid of those. Maybe it's the other way. Maybe they need to like. I think that we are gonna get rid of this back leg. We are going to play with these in the front like this. Yeah. even think that we can probably... Having trouble with those legs, baby. Yo, 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 Nick, Els Dragoon, how are you? I am, I'm working on some things, as you might be able to tell. Not really sure where I'm going with it. I'm just kind of concepting right now. I had an idea at work. I'm not sure if it's gonna play out. We will see. I like the idea of just trying to get like the anatomy down. Trying to loosen up a little bit. I've been digging on these big arm ends, but kind of have a similar thing going on with the tunnelers, so probably not gonna go that route. Maybe just big hands. I don't know. How are you, Elstragoon, though? Thank you for joining. I hope you had a pleasant day, and I don't know if my music's still going, but I hope it is. Hate it. Thanks. I'm like, they were originally like cockroach people, but I've been watching a lot of, well, I watched Alien the other day, which is one of my favorite horror movies, and actually it's one of my favorite movies, and the face hugger design struck me, and I was like, maybe I should go more spidery, because it might be easier to make their head just fucking huge. Although I'm trying to, like, because I'm going, they're like bugs play, so they're kind of everything, right? Like that's kind of the idea I've been trying to sell, which is that like everything is everything. So these guys are a little bit of everything. They're biological, and that's where you have the bugs. They are star shatter, and that's why you got them walking around like people. And then they are like they're like technological, and that's like they're filter feeders. Because our idea with the Aeroche is that they kind of have been with human society for a really long time. Or not human society, just like the larger Ebon society. As soon as like cultures popped up out of the collapse, they were kind of there helping out. And as I was doing that, I was like, oh man, selling big man-sized spiders is going to be a tough sell. So I had the idea, because there are some spiders that do like filter feeding in the water. I was like, well, let's just bring that to the air. We can have like, you know, people can be born with cybernetic arms. So I was like, fuck it. They have a digestive system that like has like a filtration mask built into it. So that is my idea here. Although I'm having a hard time, because I definitely want them to be, kind of had this idea of them being like a very, I like the idea of these legs going up and down, so they can kind of like go into pouncing modes, and they can go into like standing up and being inquisitive and alert. I am playing with the idea of them being like, let's see here, of them being like, although I realize now that I haven't drawn the back of his head. Let's do that, actually. So I think the back of their head is sort of like, kind of like the body of a spider, right? Like, the idea being that, like, like a tick or a spider on the back of their head. I don't know. We will see. Might help me to, like, draw them from a different angle, which is what I'm going to do. I've also been playing around with a lot of 3D, which is what I do as well. And I've just been playing around with ZBrush, which I think would be fun to sculpt these guys into. Pretty sure I'm going to be picking up the year subscription for ZBrush, which is exciting, although a little bit more expensive than I'd like, but it is what it is. Getting art programs, man. Okay, let's get some shapes down. We can have the idea of these masks. Avoid him looking like a bird. It's a bird. Okay. Let's see here. I like the idea of, like, I had him with, like, spider legs on the side of their head, but my worry is that Taylor will fucking hate me if I keep making monsters that are wholly unrelatable. So, antenna's better, probably. Probably better. Let's, again, block in these shapes. Alright, so now we can get an idea for how that head would sit. I think that probably bigger. Bigger and, like, sitting back more. It's a bee! And this is secretly how I tell everyone that I've been drawing only bees. It's a pretty good bean, though. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I know. And, like, they probably should be. It's troubling though, because, like, what I find relatable is the xenomorph, and I realize that's not everyone. Yeah, and the concept stuff can be difficult. I feel like I'm, like, hitting the design principles that I want, though, right? Like, I want this to be like a bug, and I want the legs to be sort of like a centaur. I want them to be, like, semi-bipedal. I'm so excited for December. I have been I mean, I got a ton of work to put in before then, but I'm rearing to go. Did you get your tickets to PAX? You did, right? You got them all ordered up. I think I remember you were actually saying that you were getting your plane tickets. So, of course, I am a dunce. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty fucking cool, dude. I've never been to a convention before, let alone a tabletop convention. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the drive because, god damn it, because living in New Hampshire, I can't really justify not driving, which sucks because I would much rather take a plane, if I'm being honest with you, than having to drive in New England styled winter to Philly. But that being said, I don't think. Try not to be too precious of anything right now. Like this. We're just gonna play around. Maybe. Woo! 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 Oh, actually, that. Actually, don't. Okay. Huh. Huh. Maybe that kind of works, though. Something bigger up top. Oh, I was just saying I'm very excited for December. Not excited for the drive to Philly from New Hampshire, but I'm excited to see y'all and, you know, do some table. I've never been to a convention before, of any kind. Well, no, that's not true. I've been to food conventions before. Too big. This is too big. This dude's like walking on thumbs, baby. I'm walking on sunshine. Ooh, and don't it feel good? Bam. Maybe. Whoa. I was working on different layers, wasn't I? Oof. Okay, that's better. PAX U is pretty chill conversion. Good starter one. Yeah, I'm hoping. Yeah, I thought the upside down leg was better too. I'm going in that direction. I think I am going to. Also, I think raise. Let's see if I can. I like this kind of back. I think. Maybe not like super bulbous, but like if I want him to be, I want their stomachs to be long, then I want their ribs to go up, and then maybe not quite like that. Oh, nope. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, PAX seems like a good time. I'm like, I don't even know how to. I realize that I can't sign up for stuff yet, but I am nervous because I do be like that. Almost. I think we're just about there, actually. Yeah. Going down like that. Sneaky. Let's see. How do I get this leg positioned? I've been looking at a lot of pictures of spiders. I'm not gonna lie to you. This fucking spider horse looking motherfucker. Here we go. Looks like a bee drill. Oh no, a big bee drill. Do you play Magic the Gathering or anything? I'm not sure what to sign up for specifically at PAX East. Mostly a ton of board games. That'll be fun. Yeah, they are kind of like a Drider. That was sort of that's like kind of where I'm going with it now. Like a spider centaur, and then I was like, oh shit, that's a Drider. All day in the expo hall, usually even with no plans. If you want to RPG, that usually needs... Yeah, so I am going to pre-plan for some RPG. Me and Taylor never get to play in event, like never get to play games together. We're in our home games. Me and Taylor both run an alternating game, which we've been doing for like 5 years. So we never get to play at the same time. I hate this meaty leg now. I hate it so much. I'm going to take him away. I want them to be small legs. Small like some sort of thing that's small, but... So... Yeah, so we're gonna have to sign up for some games, no joke. I don't play Magic the Gathering. I haven't played in a long time. I used to, like, when I was in middle school, but then the game evolved past me. I have not kept up, and anytime I've tried to play recently, I got absolutely trounced and had no idea what was going on. Look at this fucking Wolverine Mega Man looking motherfucker. Get out of here with this. Get out of here with this. I'm just gonna give him a... Look at this. My fucking laser cannon. Alright, I was getting frustrated, so I drew a cannon. Who's the Noggin? Oh, Noggin is coming. So Noggin's been helping me and Taylor. He's a buddy of mine named Drew who's been helping us out with like social media and things of that nature that me and Taylor aren't like expressly good or interested in doing. But he has been helping with us for that. So I offered if he would like to go, he could. And he took me up on the offer. So pretty exciting. And Drew's a cool dude. I hate him. I hate this thing so much now. We're gonna start fresh. He was not in the playtest. So Drew is going to be in the next playtest, which is supposed to be in 2 weeks. But dude, fucking getting people to playtest is hard enough. Getting people to playtest on stream is a nightmare. So hopefully we can get another one in. We're trying to excuse the chip sounds. I need chips. We're trying to get another one in that I am going to be running. In like a week or two, but my buddy Nick said he would do it, and he hasn't got back to me again, so I'm like, just need to make sure. We'll see. That being said, I think I'm trying to do profiles too much. It's like, yeah, let's. I am also every time I draw these dudes with the thing in the back, it ends up looking like a Rastafarian hat. I'm trying to divorce that out of my head, or maybe I should just embrace it. So if we have that. My layers list is starting to get out of control, but how's Whisperstone stuff going, my dude? Or the what's the got a big old net of tangled in there. Yeah, they're all like braided and dreaded together. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is make this very small and delete it, because I hate it. Yes, I'm applying. Alright. Let's see here. Nest game is cooking. What's the, can you give me the name of that? Maybe try getting a pose in a normal person. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. It's probably not a bad idea. What's your Nest game called again? I was on your Discord the other day, and I remember this was more like last week, but man, that Nintendo style track you put on there was so fucking fresh, dude. It was very dope. But yeah, I dig the work you guys have been doing with that. You should give me a lowdown a little bit. What's this bad boy? It's a flight-based game. I've caught a little bit of you guys. No, I made this man such a beefcake. Project Striker. Yeah, that's dope, dude. It very much gives me X-Men vibes, but I think that's because Dr. William Stryker in I forget which arc that is. Days of Future. Is that Days of Future Past? William Stryker takes over the Senate. I think that's who they use in the second X-Men movie, maybe? Maybe. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with poses right now, man. But I know what I'm going to do. You're right, Ilstragoon. Let's get it let's get an action shot. Let's get some reference going, huh? Level music. Level music is cool. Now is this like RNG levels, things like that, or are you guys is it going to be a set? I think this is the last time I saw you guys, you were talking about that. Which, not gonna lie, very interesting to me.